New species of amphibian with a pig snout is discovered in India. The peculiar species lives underground and comes to the surface just to mate. But first, if you are new to the channel and want to stay up to date with everything that happens in the animal world, subscribe and leave a like. Scientists have found a peculiar new species of amphibian in the Western Ghats, the mountain range in western India. The frog has shiny, purple skin, light blue halos around its eyes and a pointed snout like a pig's. The researchers named the new species Bupathi's purple toad, Nasicobatrachus bupti, in honor of their colleague Dr. Subramaniam Bupathi, a renowned herpetologist who died after an accident on an expedition in the Western Ghats in 2014. Although strange, every aspect of the amphibian's lilac anatomy is the result of years of evolution. Small eyes, a long snout and short limbs are characteristics that allow the animal to spend almost its entire life underground. In fact, these amphibians don't even come to the surface to eat. They prefer to use their long cylindrical tongue to capture ants and termites underground, according to herpetologist Elizabeth Prandini of the American Museum of Natural History and co-author of the article describing the new species in the journal Alites. Bupathi's purple frog is a close relative of another purple frog, an Sahyadrensis, found in the region in 2003. The discovery is the result of an initiative by the Indian government to collect DNA samples from all species of frogs and frogs from the country. This lineage of amphibians is very old and not very diverse, which is why this discovery is so special, says Prandini. Singing in the rain. Only one thing can make the purple frog come out of its underground burrow: rain. When the monsoon season arrives, males begin croaking under the sand of mountain streams, according to Ramesh Agarwal, senior author of the new study and a molecular geneticist at the Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, CBCM, in Hyderabad, India. Afterwards, the females approach to mate and leave the fertilized eggs in the streams. In a day or two, the tadpoles hatch. But unlike other species of frogs, whose tadpoles spend their days swimming in puddles and lakes, the purple frog develops, in the larval stage, suction cup-shaped mouths similar to those of remora fish. They use the hole to adhere to rocks and waterfalls formed by heavy rains, where they feed on algae with small teeth. The tadpoles, stuck to the rocks, spend around 120 days in the current, according to Karthikeyan Vasudevan, co-author of the article, biologist and colleague of Ramesh at CBCM. This is the longest period that the species spends on the surface in its entire life, says Karthikeyan. After the larval stage, the Bupathi purple frog says goodbye to the outside world and begins its secret journey underground. The wonderful world of frogs. Frog adaptations are incredible, and this species is proof of that, says Jyoti Rowley, a biologist at the Australian Museum and a National Geographic explorer. She was not involved in the research. Jyoti says that different species of frogs from around the world are capable of burrowing underground to escape dry weather. The Bupathy purple frog, however, takes this lifestyle to the extreme, living underground almost always. The discovery is particularly interesting, says Jyoti, because it shows how distant this species is from its closest relatives. Both species of purple frog evolved independently of each other for a long period of time. she says. The closest relative is not even in India, but in the Seychelles, which is closer to Africa than India. In any case, this is further evidence of how little we know about Anuran amphibians in general. Despite being the most threatened groups of animals on the planet, 42% of species are at risk of extinction. We still don't even know how many species of frogs and other amphibians exist, points out Jody. In fact, she states that more than 100 species of frog are described in scientific journals every year. Many others are discovered, but there is a long and laborious wait to officially describe them. Perhaps this curious pig-nosed species will inspire the next generation of young biologists. It's a wonderful world out there with incredible animals, so I think we should celebrate the good news, says Jody.